Alright, so as soon as the battle starts, you're going to hit X right away. And this is going to completely skip the opening cutscene, let you start moving your troops up. And once you hear the horn, the actual cutscene is over, and you can move your hero like normal. So catch up, get ahead of your unit, double tap C, that'll get them into sprint mode. Now your troops are going to be the first ones to the point every time. So second is your stamina bar when you're sprinting. When you run out of stamina and you're sprinting, you get a bit of a delay before it starts charging. But if you just let go of sprint before you run out of stamina at the very last second, you don't get any delay at all. It just starts charging right away, as you can see here. I find that if you know you're being chased, it's good to let the stamina bar recharge to about 25% and then start sprinting again. Just lets you get that extra little bit of distance between you and the person who ends up stuck a few seconds behind you when they get that recharge delay. And yes, this does work the exact same for both your horse stamina bar and your actual hero stamina bar. So whether it's just trying to break out ahead by a second on that enemy who's chasing you, or just using it all match to shave off a few seconds here and there during all your little troop movements, this is just another little tip that you can use in combination with others that'll help you be that much faster in the battlefield. Third, I've just died here in this siege battle, and my unit is about to rout now without any commander. In this game, routing basically means they just put down their weapons and run in and commit suicide. So scroll through your allies' cameras until you find the one that's closest to your unit, and then use X to order it into the position that you want it to hold. Then right before you respawn, at exactly 3 seconds on the timer, your unit's going to try and rout again. Now you can use X to issue the same command to just hold position, or like myself, I prefer to just spam V. Either way, it stops them from routing. So as you can see, my unit is not moving at all. It's still just sitting there firing arrows, and I'm not losing any numbers. So the fourth tip here is a multi-part one, and it can be a big one for you. So you may not know all the different ways to actually acquire skill pages, and I'll go over them real quickly. So this is your weekly quest tab. When you get your reward chests, you'll open those in your inventory, and those will include skill pages, among other things. You can see I get some random artillery drops here, but it's important to note that all of the skill pages gotten from your weekly quests will always be bound to your character. The second way is actually just out in the open world. The random abandoned crates, abandoned camps, any of the little interactable places that you can get loot from, they all have a chance of dropping skill pages. And these ones will never be bound too, so you can sell them if you need silver, you still want them. The third is the auction house. It's a big one. There's no really reliable way to make sure you can buy them fast enough, because they are gone almost immediately. It can definitely be the fastest way to get a bunch of books really fast if you actually get lucky enough on the timing, and if you have a big silver purse to blow on them. But look here, there's more than 50 pages literally. The last way, and by far the most reliable way I think, is through all of your house interactions in the map and the territory wars. Owning land in this game is great for the rewards that you get, and going through the map here, we can see that almost every piece of land has some skill pages to give as tribute. These tributes come through your mailbox and are taken into your inventory, similar to the weekly quests, except these pages are unbound. You can also gain some rewards from these things by attacking them and taking them over. And you can also get skill pages if your team wins in death matches, but it's only a 1-hour event for a few days a week. And if you don't already have your ult, it can be pretty brutal. So I honestly just don't recommend it unless you got it pre-made and you really know what you're doing. So this one's really quick, and most of you have been playing for a little while, probably already know this, but I still see every day so many people posting in the world chat asking if it's possible to free up space for new units. First, it is possible to get more spots for your units with these expansion permits. You can buy them or get some of them through quests. But to delete a unit, just go to your barracks, click on the unit you want to disband, and click on this icon in the top right corner. That's all. So when a battering ram is taking down your doors, it is always better to open the doors rather than letting them break. If the ram breaks them, it'll automatically move back and allow room and vision for troops to move in and shoot. You can see the ram pulls back here, and I line up my archers to shoot.
Assemble! Right away.
But if we switch over to the other side, I'll open my gates before they break. And now you'll see that that ram gets stuck in place, doesn't move back. It just stays directly in front of the gates, and it creates a small barrier for the enemy. They got to move past that before they can use a lot of their stuff. It doesn't block everything, but it is a little bit of a barrier. So from my side, I've got a full lane of attack to charge and shoot through, and they don't have that. So I feel like hero levels is something that new players should understand right out of the gate and not be intimidated by. CB has always said the game is made to be played at end game content, and that starts when you reach level 60. They even reinforced this idea a little more in the recent update, so that hero levels now just show as 60 plus after level 60. So you stop gaining points, you stop gaining leadership, all of that after level 60. Those are maxed out at 72 points and 700 leadership, and that's all you get. Outside of some items, you might get a little more leadership, but that's it. Oh, just a tip, use all your hero cards immediately. For some reason, I thought I was being smart by saving them for something, and then I got to level 60 before using them, and they're just totally meaningless to me now. It was a waste. Again, for the new players, maximum unit level varies between units, so you should definitely give a look at what your unit's maximum level is when leveling it. I let my arquebusiers get more than 100,000 experience that's just totally wasted because they couldn't max out the veterancy line that I chose. So I didn't realize they're already at max level, and it was such a waste of experience. I totally could have gotten that in the unit like halfway up through its tree or something. So don't be like me, check first. The way that you do that is by going through either clicking on the unit itself now since the update, or as I'm showing in this clip, you can look through the unit tree, which will show its maximum level in there as well. But just keep an eye on it. Don't waste your time and experience. Alright guys, I hope you got something out of this, or at least one of the tips is something new to you. Alright, that's it. Go have fun and conquer some shit.